It's Saturday the 28th of May 2022 and I'm just about to leave the spot where I finished my vlog last week. So I'm just leaving the marine at Kegworth and I'm going to head southwards and I'm on my way to Loughborough. Just done my good deed for the day. There was a dog walker that was waving at me furiously from a bridge, and basically his dog had dropped its favourite toy into the river, so I had to reverse up and rescue it. Needs to be more careful, that dog. So there's about 4 locks I think to go at this morning. The first one is the Kegworth Deep Lock. And then there's a lock at Zouch, and then there's one after Normanton-on-Soar, and then I think there's another one just on the way into Loughborough. Let's see how we get on. The sun is out, it's quite a glorious day again. This is bridge number 45. This part is a cut. We join the River Soar proper just in a few minutes' time. Yeah, it's just here in fact. That's the original course of the River Soar before the cut was made. It is navigable, that part there, because there's 1 or 2 boats moored up just a little bit further round. It is quite warm this morning. I've just looked at the thermometer and it's 20.2, so that's quite good for the UK. And I'm just coming up to the lock landing for the Kegworth Deep Lock. Okay, so I've emptied the lock. It was actually quite full, so I've had to empty it. I guess it's quite leaky, and just opened the one gate, so I'm making my way in. I'm just checking that there's nobody coming up behind me, so I might want to share the lock. Can't see anybody at this point in time, so straight in. It is quite deep, and there are some of the vertical bars where you tie up to, but I'm going to have to find a nice ladder so that I can climb out. My hook does come in handy sometimes, so it's quite a climb up here. Right, and I do need to take a rope with me and loosen it as I go. So I've opened the gate on the starboard side. I just need to go over to the lock landing, come back, drop the paddles and close the gate unless somebody comes up behind. Hey, so it is cooling off a little bit now. There's another boat about to come up, so I help them to drain the lock, and off we go. So the next lock is, I believe, at Zouch, or Zouch. I think it's pronounced Zouch. There are a couple of pubs on the way. There's the Otter, which I've referred to in a previous vlog, and then I think there's the Rose and Crown at Zouch, both of which have moorings outside. Saw and the cut run at the side of the A6 at the moment. The A6 is on my starboard side. You can't see it, but it does run at the side of this part of the river. So there are one or two marinas here. So we now make quite a sharp left, and then in front of us will be the lock landing for the Zouch lock. Be able to get straight in. The choppy goes over. Lochs are a great place for boaters to socialise and catch up on the latest gossip. So we're just coming up to the Rose and Crown, and there are some really good moorings at the side here. Right in the pub garden too. But there are moorings all along, so. And they're open for breakfast, lunch and evening meals. Very tempting. These are emergency moorings for floods only. I really wouldn't fancy being attached to that. There are some very nice properties at Normanton on the Soar. House for sale there, very nice. According to the sales particulars, this house for sale is just £50 short of £1 million. So we're not that far from Loughborough now. When we get to Bridge 42, that takes us back onto the canalised part of the River Soar. And there is a towpath then on the starboard side, so there may be a little bit more in there. I'm going to pull up and check the cameras, because the one on the front and the one on the back will have certainly stopped by now. The battery's changing and the cards changing too. so as luck would have it, there's two boats waiting to go down, one of which is a great big wide beam which will fill the lock, and then there's a narrow boat after it. So all I've got to do is hold on and they'll do the rest. Brilliant. This is the last one before Loughborough Basin. I'm hoping I can get in there. There are facilities at Loughborough Basin, and you need a code in order to be able to use them, which I managed to get by various means. Another YouTuber who I contacted, who I knew had been there recently, because it's very difficult to get the code. You can't do it at the weekend because the CRT, where you get the code from, only work Monday to Friday at the moment. There's no out of hours service for that kind of thing. So it means that if you haven't got the code, you can't use the services. Even if you've got a British Waterways key, it doesn't count. So thank you very much. You know who you are. You really helped me out today. Thanks, chaps. Thank you.
It's rush hour now.
It is, isn't it?
They're coming from all over.
You'll still be here tomorrow. So coming up on the port side, we've got the junction of the Leicester section of the Grand Union Canal. So if we take that, then that takes us towards Leicester and then down into Hamptonshire, and that's how we would eventually get to the middle levels. But I'm going to go straight ahead and see if I can get a mooring just in front. You can see those buildings there, one of which is a travel lodge. It does look as though there might be some space. It's one of those things you can't really tell until you're almost on it, but there's plenty of turning for a boat like this. There's 3 narrow boats. There's room here for about 5 boats altogether. See what room there is. Quite a few traffic cones. A very good morning to you from Loughborough Basin. This must have been one of the quietest nights I've spent on the canal. For saying that I've been in the middle of Loughborough, it has been exceptionally quiet. So for anybody who has any doubt about staying in the basin, my experience has been that there's been no problem whatsoever. There is a facilities block which is in front of me, just here. But there are bin facilities there as well, and a water point. There's a shower, Elsan, and toilet. What I actually discovered was that you need both the Waterways key and the code, otherwise you can't get in. And cut.